Okay, guys, welcome back to the 25th anniversary of Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. Okay, guys, as you lot have sort of checked the other series or the other segments before, I had done other 25th anniversary first listen, though some of them I had heard before, but I just haven't heard it in great detail. The last one was 80 Aliens. The one before that was Nas' second album, It Was Written. And now is the time for another 25th anniversary for Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. And of course, I've heard it. Not only have I heard it, I've heard it millions of times, probably 200 millions of times. It is in my list, probably top 10, top 15 favorite albums of all time. And it isn't the first album that kind of got me into Jay-Z. The first album that I was interested to hear, you know, Jay-Z and how good he really was American Gangster. That was 2007. The record Blue Magic had come out, and that was one of those records that grabbed me. And he had done some singles in the 2000s before, but in terms of album artist, Jay-Z was that period of time, 2007, that's when I really locked in. And Reasonable Doubt I heard it properly, maybe 2014 or 15. The album just stuck with me. And it's because it is the brilliance in Jay-Z's writing, for example. And we will go through it when I play, you know, loads of these records. We know what he's talking about, and kind of puncturing that myth of, you know, the whole sort of mafioso lifestyle. You know, he's adopting a popular, what's it called, imagery, probably the lack of a better word, that a lot of rappers had during that period of time. But for me, I felt Jay-Z was the best one to execute it on an album format and really get at the heart of why such life doesn't lead to much, but other than what we all know, death in prison. This is Jay-Z's A Reasonable Doubt, guys. Okay, so let's get into it. First record, of course, is Can't Knock the Hustle. This was one of the singles featuring Mary J. Blige, and it's just a brilliant album opener as well that serves as a single. So let's play it. Yeah. Rockefeller, yeah. Yo, I'm making short-term goals. When the foes, put the ice on the goal. So sorry, I just have to pause it already. It's just I'm gonna be doing quite a lot of it throughout this listen. It's just the wordplay, like his choice of rhymes. It's just, yo, I'm making short-term goals when the weather falls. Just put away the leather, put the ice on the gold. Chilling with enough bare money to free a big willy. Like, it's just, you know, the wordplay is just so intricate, but everything sort of like fits and it makes complete sense in terms of what he's trying to say. I haven't even. Let me let the track play, guys. Let me let the track play. To give you peace of mind. Down for life, you better learn. We get together like a choir to acquire what we desire. Young niggas lunching, punching a Glock. Lay back munching. Advantage jigger, serve like Sampras. Son, you too eager. You ain't having it. Good, me either. Let's get together. Anyway, guys, that's the first record, Can't Knock the Hustle, and what's a perfect single. It's a perfect single that serves like an intro and also is a single. It's a great, you know, great sort of cinematic record. Within the beginning, you hear one of Jay-Z's associates talking to one of the drug runners. I don't know what they call them. I'm not into the drug business. sorry, talking about, you know, how they need to go and sort of, you know, collect the drugs, and if something happens to the drugs, Jay-Z's going to stick your head up in your ass faster than a rabbit gets fucked. I got it. I think I got it right. I think I got it right. And you lot heard it as well, with the sort of smooth ass bass line and the sort of smooth ass keys. It's just very smooth, and it sort of typifies the sort of hustler street mentality, and you could hear it with, you know, the charismatic flows and the choices of words and the wordplay. It's ridiculous. It's like he's like, it's like watching Zinedine Zidane play, and it's so effortless, and the choices of words that he uses to sort of paint this vivid picture of this drug hustlers that is just dripped with ice. You get me? You know, pouring his champagne on this iced out wrist, that type of image. But yeah, that's the first record, Ken Knock the Hustle. Fantastic record. Love that record. Let's get back to the second on the album, which is Politics as Usual. 3 minutes and 41 seconds long. Let's get it. Trying to escape my trouble. I'm talking sweet pea. My life is facial sacrifices, used like ISIS. Fuck the ride, you get facial sacrifices, used like ISIS. Fuck the ride, you get your guys hit. The build need to be filthy. Okay, I'm just gonna have to pause it before it gets into the chorus. And yeah, Jay-Z again. He's going to the psychological mindset of what made what that person or him as a hustler constituted of, you know, this really sort of like difficult and terrible life, and sort of the mindset that the person who is involved in such a lifestyle has. And of course, we get to more to that once we hear more of the records, but let's get into the chorus now. Politics as usual. Tax right off your life with it. Y'all like 3 blind mice. For life. Jigger, I keep it tight, nigga. Politics as usual. Feel my triumph, never. Feel my pain, I'm lying. Hey guys, that was Politics as Usual, and like you can just still hear that sort of funky, laid-back bass line on the record as well. And again, with Politics as Usual, like I just said earlier on, it's just the politics, the mindset around it as well, and the pain that it comes with. Do you get me? You know, living in that particular sort of lifestyle, and it's just incredible just to sort of hear that type of perspective, because a loads of the time we do get the upside of it, the what's it called, the glorification of it all. But with Jay-Z, he sort of gets straight to the reality of it all, and again he does it in such a masterful way that it just sounds amazing to hear it, man. And this was his first album. The next record is Brooklyn Finest with Jay-Z and Notorious B.I.G. And that is 4 minutes and 35 seconds long.
Reloaded! You motherfuckers think you big time? Fucking with Jay-Z, you gonna die big time. Here come the pain.
Fights and lies, scuffles, pillowcase to your face with the shell muffle. Shoot your daughter in the cat muscle, fuck a tussle. Nickel plated, so we can jump on the floor. If you lot haven't heard Biggie Smalls' debut album, listen to it. I can't remember which record but there's a record on it, yeah. And Biggie has this incredible ability to talk about things that are so fucking dark and make it sound so smooth, but it's so dark. It's like listen, what's the line? Let's get the line here. Listen, fuck a fist fight and lame scuffles, pillowcase to your face, make the shell muffle, shoot your daughter in the calf muscle, fuck a tussle, nickel plated, spring coke on the floor, make it drug related. Like, it's just, and of course the rhyme scheme and the wordplay is just excellent when he does it, combining these words and then to paint this vivid picture. Again, shoot your daughter in the calf muscle. Like, why the fuck? Like, anyway, it's just, let's continue. Little hands to come kill me, but on the contrary, I packs the Mac Billy, squeezed off on him, let the paramedic beat his soul on him. What's your name? You such a mouth ties like Sinatra. What? You get trying to do me in. I ain't represent y'all, bitch, you bored, you crazy. Think a little bit of rhymes and play me. I'm from Marcy, I'm Varsity, Chunky JB. Three wishes, made my road to riches from 62 to gym stars, my mom's dishes. Grand chocolate, police, Van Dyke, these at my doors knocking. Yeah, right here, no more mistakes. You don't stop, full grade, you won't stop. Yeah. Now it's smile. They say now 20, she probably now 2 pops. So time to separate the pros from the con, the platinum from the bronze, the butter soap shit from that leather on the farm. Okay, guys, that was Brooklyn Finance. At one point, it was not necessarily one of my favorite songs on the album, I have to say. I didn't have a good reason for it. I can't remember what it was, but it was years ago, last decade even. And just both Jay-Z and Biggie talking smack, talking that street shit smack, nothing more to it. And sounding as funky and as cool as ever, you know, making, like, I already went through one of the lyrics, you know, interesting bars and lines, do you get me? And painting this vivid picture. Love that song now. So that's 3 for 3 for me. And next record, The Dead President, part 2. I mean, if you're a hip hop head, everyone is always citing this song as one of the best songs, and I agree. I don't think it's the best song on the album. I think it's a great song. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's the best song on the album. We probably will get to it. Hopefully, I remember to mention that that is my favorites. I probably will because I say it all the time when it comes on. But yeah, next record is Dead President. 4 minutes and 26 records. 4 minutes and 26 seconds long. Let's hear it, guys. Who wanna bet is that we don't touch limits, that jealous forever. Live treacherous, only federous. To the depth of us, me and my confidants. You shy, you feel the ambiance. Y'all niggas is round. By yo, me spill 3/4 of my blood into the street. Let alone the heat. Fuck em, we hate a nigga love in his life. All possible ways. Fences bugging my life. I spend days selecting with my man later. On the uptown high block, he got his side sprayed up. I saw his life slip. I'm not the president's to represent me. I'm not the president's to represent me. I'm not prepared for no presidents to represent me. A man should copy me like crystal. I roast the most at the end of the festival. Yeah, then these niggas could wish to. The dead presidential candidate with the sprinkles in the presidential ice that'll offend you. Represent me. I'm not for presidents to represent me. I'm not for presidents to represent me. I'm not for presidents to represent me. I'm not prepared for no presidents to represent me. So be like machete your flow. Your paper falls slow like confetti. Mine's a steady grow, ready go. Pay 5 minutes for blow. Better believe I have 1160 to show. My dough flip like typo. Jay-Z the icon. With me you like dog. That was Dead Presidents 2. And yeah, it's quite confusing because there's a Dead President 1, the original, and then there's the second one. I think the second one ended up on the album. I can't remember what happened to the first one anyway. But it's quite different. I think lyrically, it's very different. But again, I love this Dead Presidents too. So Jay-Z sort of goes from essentially talking about painful stuff. Is on the Uptown High block, he got his side sprayed up. So one of his mans got his, I believe, side sprayed up, so shot up with an Uzi. And I saw his last slip, and this is a minor setback. And also it's quite interesting and quite brutal line and sad line, that made him smile, though his eyes said, "Pray for me. I'll do you one better. I slay these niggas faithfully." Like, wow, just the imagery, just the poetry to be more exact. This, looking at someone who probably did die. I mean, and then, it sincerely is communicating. Well, they're not saying it specifically, but with the way they look and the way, essentially the way they are, pray for me, please. And then Jay-Z taking that more to the heart and say, I'll lay this, I will revenge whomever did this to you as well. And then obviously we go down towards the braggadocious part and other parts on the song as well. But it's got quite a haunting sound to it as well, but also still some of the hardness and the funkiness as well. And that is probably the much to the bedrock of the album. Like, it's got such a groove to it. And that we hear that more with the next record, Feeling It, which is another great record. I mean, this is probably when an album is like top 15 for me, then I think every single song is great, or even close to it. The least one could be on this album is good. Anyway, record number 5, Feeling It, 3 minutes and 47 seconds long. Let's hear it. I keep on spilling it. Like souls looking in this shit. It's like a silly bitch, and then you dive up a night like close your eyes and do this. I love the ode Jay-Z has to Nas' Illmatic. Obviously, with Dead President, with that sample playing in the background, sampling a record from Nas' Illmatic. Which album was it? Which song was it? Sorry, it's completely out of my mind. If you lot know, fill it down in the comment section below. And of course, like, transaction illegitimate because life is still a bitch, and that's of course one of my favorite Nas record, Life's a Bitch, off Illmatic. If you guys haven't heard it, listen to it. An amazing album, in my top 10. Higher than, actually no, it is higher than Reasonable Doubt for me. Yeah, the album is amazing. But anyway, let's continue with this song. I dropped you busted. You gotta love it. I ain't doing but for the hydroplaning. This chorus, we're gonna go into my favorite section of this whole record, and it's the brilliance that I love about this album. Like, it will go from like gloating and being like, this is the life I live from, and I'm like a hustler, like I can put it on you, but then like, yo, shit, I'm fucking paranoid and I'm scared, and I'm like, anytime this could end. And the nigga J high, the crystal, they keep me wet like Baywatch. I keep it tight for all the nights, mama pay the start. She how you sniper hit me with a fatal shot. It's not many balls, the dreams that you say you got. Give me the chills, but these meals for the make me hot. Yeah, feel me. It's just the ignorance of it all. Do you get me? Her mom like sitting there having these vivid dreams of him, essentially getting getting killed, and then. But these meals, do you get me? This money is just keeping me hot, fam. Do you get me? It's mad. So my mind, they cut through. I get the zone in. Me and the chick on the alley, and we boning. I free my mind, sometimes I hear myself moaning. Take one more toke, then I leave that weed alone, man. You got me going, shit. love that record. So what's that? 5 for 5 for me. Anyway, I think I've already given loads of what I think about, you know, feeling it. And now my favorite song, The Evils, Jay-Z. 3 minutes and 32 seconds long. Let's hear it. For you guys don't know, it's sampling, obviously you had Snoop Dogg in the background. It's sampling one of Snoop Dogg's records. That was the case. Murder Was the Case of Doggy Style. Absolute phenomenal record as well. That, again, is incredibly dark as well. And I think Jay-Z's also channeling that same energy for sure. Because Murder Was the Case, you know, it's Snoop Dogg sort of talking about the devil resurrecting him and giving them second chance in sort of life, you know, and amazing song, man. And it has this beautiful, what's it called, Santana sample. And the original is amazing piece of psychedelic rock. It's just crazy. The level, the musicality is just brilliant. But anyway, it's interesting when you hear music and you just hear like, oh shit, and this is influenced by this, and then this is influenced by this, and this is influenced by this, and this is that. You get me? You can just hear like how encompassing and how music can be, you know. It doesn't matter if it's hip hop, you know, you can sprinkle some alternative rock like the way Kanye does. So yeah, The Evils, let's go. Trying to keep the eye on me. We all trying to win, but then again, maybe it's for the best. So, you know, they try to get you touched. It gets dangerous. Money and power is changing us. Blocks, now we fight for blacks. Buildings that make a killing. The closest of friends when we first started. We grew apart as the money grew and Sue grew black-hearted. Think it back when we first learned to use rubber. He never learned, so return. I'm kidnapping his baby's mother. My hands, so I said the 50s. I wasn't convinced. I kept fucking money till the shit started to make sense. We used to stay up all night at summer parties. I'm trying to rack his face to sleep. Looking back when we first learned to use rubbers, he never learned. So in turn, I'm kidnapping his baby's mother. My hands behind the collar, feeding her cheese. She said the taste of dollar was shitty, so I fed her 50s. Like, it's family, it's just in, bruv, it's just, oh my God, man. Like, it's just interesting, like how by saying he never learned to use rubbers and painting that picture of this person, you know, just had sex and just end up having these kids, and then that being a way for Jay-Z or the character that he's talking about to sort of exploit that, to exploit, you know, what was once was close friends. And also on a bigger scheme about the whole record of how growing up from, you know, what's it called? What was it? They used to fight for building blocks. So the building blocks to sort of build little houses, and now the fights for blocks with buildings that make a killing. So those the drug blocks, and they sell drugs, and they fight for all of those sort of they can sell to people in depraved neighborhoods, drugs. And it's just interesting the way he paints the picture from how this sort of close, innocent relationship has now become dangerous and murderous. And of course, Jay-Z now holding his close friend baby mama hostage, and then I think and then ending up killing her. It's one of his darkest record, and also one of his most revealing in terms of the street lifestyle. And I think the last line of it as well, it just goes into depth of just how much psychologically it's just taunted and it's hurt him or hurt this character he's playing. Do you get me? Cool. The exorcist got me there with sticks like homie. You know me, but the whole world homie strip. What's up to be a pleasant guy all my fucking life? So now I'm down for whatever. Ain't nothing nice. Through my junior high, yeah, it was all friendly. But now this higher than they got their very even. He produced this, didn't he? It definitely should be DJ. You can hear the scratches anyway. And I think DJ Played love to use like other sort of vocals from different sort of records. But anyway, I mean, the ending few verses and talking about this person is just literally, it's just now an alcoholic and consumed by the alcohol. I assume to believe it's because of, you know, everything that they sort of done and the depravity that comes with being a street hustler and just being consumed like a drug addict, but not to the drugs, but to the, you know, diamonds and Lexuses. Do you get me? I mean, it's like the whole song is a moral fable. It's a moral fable. It's a moral fable. But yeah, Pav. This is music for me. Music songwriting at its finest best. You know, when someone can get that deep. And he did it on his first album as well, man. I mean, it was already as good as it came out to be, or came out to be, yeah. But whew, okay, the next song is a 3 minutes 28 seconds, but I think it's almost a form of a freestyle, but it's fucking funny. But it's great. Again, Jay-Z's wordplay and like the lines are just. It's exquisite, but let's hear it.
I'm here tonight to have a good time. Wait a minute. I see my man over there, Jay-Z. Jay-Z, damn gas, let me get that little tape of yours. And it's fat. Why don't you come up here and kick a little freestyle? Put that champagne down. Kick a little freestyle for me. Yeah. Let's do it again.
Yeah, and it's like he's such a hip-hop head. Like even referencing, you know, A Tribe Called Quest in that line just there. Do you get me? I just love it. Like he's just a student of the game. You can just hear it. You can just hear it.
Yes, you can I kick it? Yes, you can. I'm gone. Check this out. Too much West Coast dick licking. And too many niggas on a mission. Doing your best Jay-Z rendition. Too many rough motherfuckers. I got my suspicion that you're just fishing. I'm full of shots, nigga. Listen. Too many times. Too many rhymes. What? Too many nights. Two of my brothers. It ain't too late to come together. Cause too much black and too much love
equals forever.
I don't follow any guidelines. Cause too many niggas rap mine. So I change styles every 2 rhymes. That's 22 tunes for y'all motherfuckers out there, you know what I mean? Shall I continue? Check it out.
Guys, I wonder, is he actually doing that? So is he changing up his flow every 22 rhymes? This is something new that I've never thought about listening to this album fully. And I've been listening to it for years. It's interesting how I listen to the album and then something just comes up. But anyway, go on. Cool.
Yeah. Got to reach my quota. Push rock, roll up, smooth like on ya.
Whole proof like hold up, swole up.
Too many faggot niggas clocking my spin and exercising yo. Gay like mines like Richard Simmons.
That line has not aged well.
You catch Katie
At your wake as I peek in. Look in your casket, feeling sarcastic. Look at him, still sleeping.
You never ready.
Forever petty minds, stay petty minds, taking longevity till I'm 70.
Living heavily.
Fuck felony after felony. What nigga you broke? What fuck you gonna tell me? Ooh.
Jay-Z.
Ooh. How can someone be this good? Why? Why is this allowed? Why? What was the line again? Let's get the line up. Let's get out. At your wake as I peeking, look in your casket, look in your casket, feeling sarcastic. Oh, I need to start. Let me start that again, because I need to pay real homage. You get me? At peeking, look in your casket, feeling sarcastic. Look at him, still sleeping. Like this is of course him talking about, you know, administering pain. Next to the minister screaming your name. And again, you see that change of imagery. Administering pain, shooting and killing someone next to the minister screaming his name from game, obviously, you know, or at his person's funeral. It's just the technicality, do you get me? It's like watching Ronaldinho dribble with Jay-Z. It's like the choices of words and how smooth and effortlessly it all is. Do you get me? To paint this sort of vivid picture. And there's other sort of freestyle they did on Westwood, I think it was. And it's like, there's certain bars and he's just I can't remember what it was about, but he just spazzes, and it's just like, what? Like, do you not hear this? Like, is what? Easily, no doubt. He is in my favorite. Like, he's always has been, and he always will be there because of his devastating rhyme flows, choices of word, lyricism, and how honest it can be, like on how emotionally depth it can be,
Well, it is definitely the bomb. But I do want to say something to you. I know you've been having a lot of problems with the law, but I know you're innocent, and I'm behind you 100%. Man, those days, Rudy King, DJ Ace.
I love it. I know that you're innocent. Absolute bullshit. Well, obviously for the character in this album, anyway. But I love how this sort of this album is sort of, you got this fantastic sort of like cinema cuts that sort of happens in between the album. And this whole skit is just hilarious, man.
Wait a minute. Hey, turn the music down. I smell some reefer. Now you see, that's why our people don't have anything. What? Because we don't know how to go in places and act properly. Wait a minute. Who told me shut the F up? Who told me to shut the F up? Get him out of here. I'm not going to continue this show until you throw him out. Get him out right now. Then I'm going to continue my speech. Thank you. He's out of here now. Now, like I was saying, we got our own businesses.
Wow, love that freestyle, man. Love that free. Well, I take it's not even a freestyle. It's actually a record, but it comes across as a freestyle. It's a Can I Live? Now we go back to the pitfalls of the hustling lifestyle. So let's play that next. And that record is 3 minutes 28 seconds long. Let's hear it.
We hustle out of a sense of
hopelessness, sort of desperation.
Through that desperation, we come addicted, sort of like the fiends we accustomed to serving.
Well, we feel like we have nothing to lose. A sense of hopelessness, sort of a desperation. Through that desperation, we come addicted, sort of like the things we're accustomed to serving. And that's so, but we feel we have nothing to lose. We offer you, we offer our lives, right? Yeah, what do you bring to the table? So I've kind of already gone ahead from where I paused it, but again, getting into that mindset. And I feel like that's what probably Nas, it was written, failed to do, and what Jay-Z's failed to do so much. It's like he goes deep into that mindset. Like he goes deep into that mindset, and it's just like, after, I can't lie, Bob, if you were a gangster and you heard this album, I can't lie, you want my part. I'm wondering if you just stopped selling drugs in like 96 when this came out, because this album is incredible. So the radio wanna toast me. I keep my head off for them where they supposed to be. Who's against your stripes, back close. It's just the paranoia. The paranoia, fam. The paranoia of being a drug dealer. While I'm watching every nigga watching me closely, my shit is butter for the bread, they wanna toast me. What he has is the butter. They just wanna toast him, they wanna get him killed so they can get what he has. See, I keep my head, both of them where they're supposed to be. Hoes will get you sidetracked and clapped on closed feet. I don't sleep, I'm tired. Oh my God! I just beat the line now. Oh. He keeps both of his head and his dick. Both of them where they're supposed to be. So away from the temptation, let's say, of women and sex that could honey trap him and then get him killed. Let me just continue playing on this album and just nod my head because I can't lie, at the time it never bothered me. At the bar, getting my dog on, probably must bother me lack of respect for authority, lacking hard happy to be the shape of poverty. I wouldn't trap my mind easily, explain why we adapt to crime. I'd rather die enormous than live dormant, that's how we on it. Live at the main event, I better trip detonation, explode on detonation, overload the mind of a set patient. When it falls to sleep, it comes to it, we all fiends gotta do it. in his righteous mind go through this. I still love that line. Judas, these streets schooled us to spend our money foolish. And I still quote that line. I don't even use it in terms of like the drug trade, but I just like how consumerist in our society is. You get me? You know, and we talk to sort of spend our money frivolously, you know, rather than, you know, taking care of that and not getting into unnecessary debt for clothes and stuff. But yeah. Can I live? Amazing piece. Amazing. Next record is Ain't No Nigga, which is track number 9, and that's 4 minutes and 2 seconds long. So let's hear that.
Next bitch, with speed, I make the best bitch see the exit. Indeed, you gotta know you're thoroughly respected. By me, you get the keys to the Lexus. With no driving, got your own 96 something. The ride and keep your ass tighter than Versace. That's why you gotta watch your friends, you got to watch me. They connive the shit. First village to the belly, time to kill it on your belly. No question, have more black chicks between my sheets than necks. They say sex is a weapon. So when I shoot, meet your death in less than 8 seconds. Still counted in my afterlife. Laughing, my shit is tight. Who you asking, rock you better?
Sleeps around, but he gives me a lie.
Keeps you in diamonds and leather.
Friends they tell me I should leave you alone.
Ha 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 ha. Tell the freaks to find a man of their own. Yeah, fresh to death since you've been playing with Bobby and Kenny. You can't change a player's game in the ninth inning. The chrome rim spinning keeps them grinning. So I run way the fuck up in them and wrinkle their face like Lennon. I play hard till they say God, he's keeping it real. Chicka stay hard.
Treat it like the one I got.
That's weird. One can fuck you better.
Sleeps around, but he gives me a lie.
Keeps you in diamonds and leather.
Friends they tell me I should leave you alone. We laced in the illest snakes, bank rolls and shit. Back rubs in the French tub. Smacking this bitch, wifey nigga. So when you flip that coat, remember the days you was dead broke. But now you styling, I raised you. Basically made you into a dog, flipping weight, heroin and shit. You know, don't shake up on her, the H Spindell. I'm ringing bells, so who the player? I still keep you in the illest gators. Tailor made so we can lay up in the shade, reminiscing on how I fuck the best of shit. Especially when I'm sipping Billies. Don't give a fuck on how you move with them other mommies. I pushed the CE before this rap shit when you was the levers and bullshit Berettas and E-classes. With more in the glasses, shows in Cali with all the flavors, sway valleys. Now all your mentions up in your Benzes, high posts. I swear you be killing me playing this on my pubic hairs.
When diamonds and leather.
Friends they tell me I should leave you alone.
Tell the freaks to find a man of their own.
It's literally self-explanatory between Foxy Brown and Jay-Z over there, or Jay-Z talking about, you know, how he's the sort of flyest player there with all the women there as well, and then Foxy Brown saying, you know, how I made the nigga as well, and you know how my vagina is tight and all of that good stuff. So yeah, nice record as well. And it got like a very nice, interesting sort of wordplay, and it's funky as hell. I like that song. I didn't like that much initially, but it's technically a very good song, you know, and it feeds in with the whole narrative of the album. Next record is Friend or Foe, 1 minute and 49 seconds. And yeah, I believe it's almost like a little spoken interlude, but he's actually quite skilled on it. Love that record as well. Let's play it.
Money out here. We ain't gotta break these shits down. We can sell weight. But this Jay-Z nigga, he got this shit locked down.
Oh, Jay-Z who the rapper?
Yeah.
The In My Lifetime nigga? The fuck out. That's getting to the boat. Get the fuck out. Ain't no rapper telling me I can't get no money, man. Come on. Fuck, doing what I got to do. Get the fuck out.
State your biz. You tend to know? There it is. Me, I run the show. Oh, and these kids don't like nobody coming around here fucking with they dope and shit. You went to prison though, and I like it. But fuck with the big dog, Joe. I gotta bite you. Look, let me guess. They said it was money around here, and the rest is me stopping you from getting it, correct? Sorry to hear that. My guess is you got work at the hotel. I take care of that. You'll soon see. Now please, give me the room key. You twitch it. Don't do that. You're making me nervous. My crew, well, they do pack. Them dudes is murderers. So boys, I leave you no voice. Believe you me, son. I hate to do it just as bad as you hate to see it done. Now calm your boys. Cause I'm finding it a little hard to concentrate with all the noise. Get the point?
So that was literally like a drug deal that was going on, from what I've actually gathered and understood as well. And again, you know, Jay-Z, you know, talking about the life and, you know, the drug deal that's going on. And again, technically, he's just so nice as well. And just some of the words that he uses as well. I like it as well. Like, it fits perfectly within the album, and it is a different viewpoint from the drug dealing aspect. So yeah, this record is coming of age, and this, of course, is a special record, man. Memphis Bleak verse is so cold, and I think I found out like years later. Obviously, people find out way before it, and I end up finding out that obviously Jay-Z wrote the verse. But yeah, cold shit, man, cold shit. Okay, coming of age, Jay-Z, Memphis Bleak, and this song is 3 minutes 59 seconds. Let's hear it.
Always clocking my rhymes. He likes the style I profile. I think he won the month. He likes the way I move. He see my money talking, the honey talking.
I'm the hottest nigga in New York, and
I see his hunger pains.
I know his blood boil. He wanna roll with me. I know this kid be loyal.
Then it's just enough for real.
Back again, I see myself in his eyes. I move from Levi's to get some Versace. Now it's diamonds like Liberace.
That's just the natural cycle.
Nobody wanna be like Michael where I'm from. Just the niggas who bounce from a gun.
We out here trying to be. Life could be better like my man reclined in plush leather seats and selling weight. I'm selling 8 balls. 16 trying to graduate the bullshit corner, y'all.
All let her come to me.
If he give me the nod, then these niggas gon' see. I'm tired of being out here around the clock and breaking day and chasing crackers up the block
For my pay,
I'm staying fresh, so she can check. I'm trying to step up to the next level, pushing bags to the jets. Direct from the sun, directly in your equilibrium. I'm waiting for my day to come.
I got the urge to splurge. I don't want a lifetime sentence, just give me the word.
It's time to come my chest and make some loot. Got to lock it down and when they steal my own too.
Hey fella, I've been
Who
clocking.
me holding down this block, it ain't nothing. You the man, nigga, now stop front.
I like your side, now I like your style.
Let's drive around a while.
Cool nigga.
Oh
shit.
Listen to me.
Cool.
You let them other niggas get the name.
Skip the fame.
10,000 for 100 G.
Keep your shit the same.
On the low, the only way to blow.
You let your shit bubble quietly,
and then you blow.
and keep it cool. And Memphis Bleak, and essentially it's about coming of age, this young hustler that wants to now join the big boy, who's the Jay-Z, to even push even more drugs and, you know, get into the lifestyle as well. And yeah, I mean, Memphis Bleak just sounds so cold with it. I think even though Jay-Z wrote it, I'm certain, most likely, and if you lot know in the comment section, do let me know how much input Memphis Bleak had with the verse. Anyway, you lot get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, man, it's just cold. It's just cold. It's just cold. From the concept about what the record is, and also the execution, everything about that record is cold, man. Every time I love that record. Anyway, next record, Cashmere Thoughts, 2 minutes 56 seconds. 2 minutes and 56 seconds alone. Let's get it. Jewels to spit diamonds. When I rhyme with remarkable timing, caviar, sick dreams, minds of young women, type similar. What? Because you got the cashmere chromosome, make a nigga change. What?
I got the great coupon, you've been warned. It's all beat returned. Well done for letting me on. It's done, smell it dawn on
My breath is young.
When your hoes try to con it, bro, as if you didn't know. Jay's about getting dough, spitting flow like fine wine. Now you're in with this rich nigga rhetoric. I'm solid gold, I rap like a mink stove. I stick curl tongues, your world will never know. From New York to Paris, the vocal staff that read. From nights to that lead like a bad bag of D. Man, rapping and slide like second. You know the black eye white China in the brain cavity. I never cry, if I did, I cry ice.
A to the A to the Y to the Them niggas know.
Check it out. Beat dog, I'm leaping to the lane right. I pin hard on the trick. Look, fuck if your leg broke, bitch. Hop up on your good foot.
Bob Cashmere Thoughts. I was just, fam. he's just too good, bruv. He's just too good, man. Like when he's on form, and trust me, there's like other albums that I've heard of him, and I'm like, oh, you just being fucking lazy, bruv. When he's like this, it's like watching. I think I would have said it in the video. It's like watching Ronaldinho say this, that, or Messi. Like it's just stupid. It's like it's just effortless from the words and the bars and from the like. He's portraying this like cool gangster, cool mafioso type, and he's also doing it through his technical prowess. Like he's cold. He's fucking cold. He's so cold. Like he's unbelievably cold. Like there's so much of hip hop that I've heard, and so many people have also executed or tried to make this type of mafioso record. I think I've probably made this point already with like record like it was written, and it's like no, it's not the same. Like it's just he is the cat where he lived that life, so he knows all about it. And I mean, even like how funky, like this shit. Some like, what can I say? What's his name, man? What's his Isaac Hayes? That's it. The Isaac Hayes type of level of like 70s or like Curtis Mayfield, Superfly type of level of funk. You know, that's just sounds hella just smooth as well. Fuck me. Record is Bring It On with Big Jazz and Source Money. I think this is Big Jazz was one of his mentors, isn't it? It is that guy, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, let's hear Bring It On. And this record is 5 minutes long. I think it's one of the longest songs.
That's it. Yo, you got the money, man. You shit is like that. We talk right behind each other, nigga. I'm gonna get the shit fast. Everything. What's up with JK, too?
Hell, 6 months. Nobody snapping. You know, our team is tight.
Patting down pussy from Sugar Hill to the Sharp Bar. Fuck a bitch D in the Mark car. We got the bad bitches gasping for air and Aspen. Searching for aspirin when I ass in. We swing. You, me, J. and Primo. Got it sold across the board like Pacino. Teflon, make sure your jammy is full. Cause I heard Sammy the Bull. Lamps in Miami will pull. Tropical leaves where I got a few keys. With momentum, stock a few G's. Now it's unstoppable cheese. Mannerisms of a young Bobby De Niro. Spent Spanish wisdoms in a whip with De Niro. Crime organized like the Pharaoh. I cream, Brooklyn to Queens. I gotta keep my steam. Niggas wanna try to hem my long jeans. Uptown fiend for Jay-Z to appear in the scene. In the meanwhile, his son dope for y'all to lean. Liaison for days on end. Money make the world go around, so I made some to spend. Can a lamp looking jig? Can't do for Dolo. Had to turn away when Tony killed Manolo. That's real. Mixed feelings like a mulatto. Thug thought he was OG Bobby Johnson. I play him like Benny Blanco. Mano a mano, you ain't ready. Money is power. I'm energetic with facial credit. To
Source Money.
With cheddar, spread lettuce. Hit most cadets. I make moves that remove pebbles out of shoes. You suck pistol like pipe with the crystal. George Stockton couldn't assist you. Cowboys are business like we. And they flock to let me do my thing. Yeah, bring it on if you think you can hang. And they flock to let me do.
Well, it's very it's a very nice record. Again, this is not one of the records that I play quite a lot of, but it's a very good record. Obviously, the production is fantastic as well, and each the features come there and do their thing, and also Jay-Z. Do you get me? And this album is remarkably well that it keeps at such a level of highs, you know, throughout. There's not a single record on this album that I would remove. I think all of the records are amazing, or the minimum are good. There's more amazing records, like the record's about to follow up right now, which is called Regrets, which is 4 minutes and 32 seconds long. And Jay-Z literally talking about the regrets that he has in the game. And yeah, this goes again, it's just part of the records that are at the heart, at the center of the record, you know, about being a hustler. And yeah, this what for me makes this album a classic, you know. It is the existential conundrum of it all. And obviously, you know, the highs as well, man, like the highs and where Jay-Z, like on Cashmere Thoughts, is just so, he just make it seem so cool. It's unbelievable. But then he also brings you to the lows that are so low that you'd be like, oh, best stay away from this. Anyway, this record is Regrets. And I think this is it? Actually, no, The Evils is my favorite. Regrets probably is. No, it's a lot of like my favorite Jay-Z records on this album. But anyway, Regrets, let's get it. Sunshine, yeah. I
sold it all from crack to OPM. In third person, I don't wanna see him. Situation like boom, metamorphic as the dope turns to cream. But one of these fires got eyes like a Korean. It's difficult to read them. The windows to his soul I have closed. I put the key in. But I'm praying my people bailed out like Time Warner. Awaiting call from his kin, not the coroner. Phone in my hand, nervous confined to a corner. Unproved for your set in order to survive. Gotta learn to live with regrets. On the rise to the top, many drop. Don't forget in order to survive. Gotta learn to live with regrets. Susan's crying cause her insides are dying. Her son trying her patience, keep her heart racing. A million beats a minute. I know I push you to the limit, but it's this game, love. I'm caught up all in it. Red dot by the Ottoman, hit rock bottom. No answers to these trick questions. My time shit stressing. My life found, I got to live for the right now. Time waits for thing in this world I want, I could possess. All I really want is all that I can get in order to survive. Gotta learn to live with regrets. By my soul, and I hear it. I think I'm touched. This whole verse I've been talking to your spirit a little too much.
I just feel like this record, though there are some sort of lines that haven't obviously aged well with the chink line, though it does tie into the person who was gonna come and sort of bust him in for the drug deal. But yeah, it's just it's a very sort of sad song as well. Very, 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 very sad song, you know. Very, very sad song, you know. In order to survive in the game, you gotta learn to live with regrets, you know, about the things that you are going to do and the things that you have already done. And you know, it's madness. It is madness. It is madness. This even these lines. My mom's crying because her insides are dying. Her son trying her patient, keep her heart racing. A million beats per minute. I know I push you to your limit, but I know I push you to your limit, but it's this game, love. I'm caught up all in it. They make it so you can't prevent it. Never give it, you gotta take it. Can't fake it, I keep it authentic. Like, it's just from the effect that it has people that close by him, to the effect that it has even on him. Like and then about the line about the person who died that was crazy nice with his son. I miss him. He's there to kill all my suicidal tendencies in heaven looking over me, or in hell keeping their coast, because life in the streets and what it's supposed to be. Remember, like, it's just brilliant, man. It's just brilliant, like how heartfelt and very sad, and also how accurate. I mean, there's just such a commonality between that life and what it can lead to, you know. Guys, that was my I don't know how many times I've heard this album, and yeah, I mean, I'll probably will still listen to it to the day I die because it is phenomenal. It never changes. Actually, I'm so glad I did this whole listening experience, because listening through it all again, like, it just made me even increase my score. Because before I had it at a 9, and there was certain record I was like, oh, you know what? But now I'm like, fuck it, every record is amazing. Every record is excellent. Like, it serves a particular purpose. And especially when you go through the lyrics, like some of the records that I've done, it's like it paints a greater picture. And then you know, I'm lucky I even got these speakers here and you can just hear the production as well from it. It's a phenomenal album, man. And for me, it is his best work. It is his best work. It is. I'm out of the gate swinging, and he proved to a lot of people, well, from a technical standpoint of view, that he's phenomenal. And this album is the emblem of that. But also how this whole album carries a massive message to it as well, you know. And that's why I'm so grateful about this album, that it's not necessarily glorification, because you get a lot of those hip-hop albums that's just straight glorifications, you get me? This has some of the elements, but a big part of that element is a record like Regrets, you know. Again, and the amount of hip hop that I've like heard and listened to, not many artists make a record like Regrets, you know. But yeah, guys, that is my review of not a review, my listen experience of Jay-Z's Regrets. Guys, let me know what you lot think about this album. Do you love it? Do you hate it, and why? Other things that you sort of found listening to the album, maybe things that you don't like, and got other listening experience. If you lot have not seen it, do check him out. I think some of them will come on the banner either here. We also have other playlists that we're gonna put the link as well. That's just very hip hop orientated for you lot, hip hop head as well. So yeah. Guys, so thank you a lot for watching. I'm super grateful for it as well. I'm so happy about the views that we're getting on all of our videos and the views that we're getting for our hip hop videos as well. So guys, thank you all a lot, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.